Today, I want to talk bedrooms. So, I've been doing a lot more bedroom designs the last 2 years. So, as we work on show houses, tour houses, new construction, typically we only design one living room at a time, one dining room at a time, but we always design four bedrooms at a time. And so, I have to kind of like get in that creative space and think about how do we balance it? How is it cohesive? How do we stay in budget with bedrooms? And so I wanted to give you some of my favorite tips when designing a bedroom from scratch. Um, Also, it's kind of a weird year for pricing, to be honest. And so some bedroom pieces have really become extraordinary. Um, and I think some are worth the value, and others you can find a really great piece for under $1,000. And so I want to talk through four different bedroom looks and my favorite beds to kind of keep your entire bedroom vibe under $5,000. That's if you're furnishing it from scratch. So here we go. Okay. I'm going to switch my screen. There we go. Okay. So first, I love to budget for the bed. So all of these beds are around $2,000. In August, we're doing a buy more, save more event. And so you get 20% off when you spend $5,000, which is great if you are like putting different pieces together or trying to complete a project. And the savings start at, I think it's like $1,500. But anyways, it automatically happens in your cart. And it's something I love to do, especially this time of year when we're trying to tackle projects and get the most bang for our buck. So first I'm going to start with this bed. This is my favorite bed. If you've worked with me recently, you know it is because it looks like a $6,000 bed, and it's around 2,000. Actually, it's less than 2,000 in a king.
No, it's not.
I'm recording a video, sweetie.
Wow.
My husband just walked in. Like, dang it.
Wow.
He's here to help. He just picked up something really heavy, so I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, so this is our Quincy bed. And we have a video of it online. It has a gorgeous fabric. And like I said, it's $1,800-ish retail price. That's before the sale. So this one I think is really fun. I love stark carpets. And so this is kind of a stark carpet inspired rug. All of the rugs I'm going to be sharing are under $1,500 in a 9x12. So this one is called Oakwood Gravel. And if you kind of see what I mean, it's kind of got this like, it's a woven wool. So really high quality. And it's just this really subtle, elegant gray and cream kind of zigzag. So I love that one. We just installed these nightstands in a project. And sweet. We just installed these nightstands in a project. And they, I think, are the moment in nightstands. So they're black wrought iron. They are super heavy though. So please, please select white glove. Like, I am not joking. I keep installing these and I'm like, why are they so heavy? Well, it's like 3 beautiful sheets of stone, natural stone. So those are called jasper, and I'm actually going to drop in a better photo of the stone because it is so pretty. Is it called jasper? No, it's not. What's it called? I just installed it. So hold on. Let me remember this name. But anyways, you do assemble it, but the assembly is basically just putting 3 super heavy pieces of stone into a solid frame. So it's really easy. It's really easy. It's just heavy. Okay, it's maybe not that important, but I have to show you this stone. I'm going to sort by my site, newest to oldest. Felix, that's what we're called. Felix Canyon. Okay, oh my gosh, you're going to freak when you see this stone. I did. I don't even know what it is, but it's real. Here we go. Voila. Isn't that so freaking pretty? It's so good. Okay. So this is the stone on the nightstand. I love itty bitty lamps. I think it can be intentional. I don't think anyone's going to look at your room and say, oh my gosh, why do you have the smallest lamp in the world? I think they are precious. Precious. And then these shelves you can style with books. You could do succulents. You could do a basket. You could do really anything. And so I love that look. And then if I was going to do art, I would actually do something like this. This is new on our site. Just like ethereal trees. This is a good shape for over the bed. I don't always do art over the bed. Sometimes I do it like on the wall next to the bed or across the bed. It really just depends on your layout. I would not personally feel a lot of pressure to always have art above your bed. I think it is, I don't know, sometimes the bed is so pretty you don't need it. And so I do that quite a bit. And I do, like I said, I do art on the other wall. So this is kind of a moment. So the bed, you're at 1,800. These nightstands are 600 each, so we're at 3,000. This is 1,400-ish. So we are at math 4,400. The art's around 1,000, and then plus your discount, you're gonna be under $5,000 for this. And then the lamps, I think, are 300 each, so right around that 5,000 mark. And that's kind of our first bedroom look. Okay, I'm gonna wipe the slate and show you a different look I love. Okay, so next. This is maybe one of the most favorite beds I've installed recently. It is velvet. It's like this beautiful golden velvet. It is such a vibe. That one's around 2,000. It's called the Mitchell. And this is a piece of cherry blossom art. I just adore that. So I think that's very, very pretty. We're going to put that there. And then I love these nightstands. These are called Dylan. And they have a really beautiful dark wood with a black leather detail on the strap. And then I like that the frame is on the side of it, which makes it cool. Makes it very cool. All right. I'm going to say it's going to be about like that. I usually do all of my mock-ups in Pages, but for screen sharing, I need to use Canva. So I'm kind of a Canva newbie. I wish I was a little better at this, but that's okay. We're going to send it to the back. So I feel like these nightstands are still a really good value. They're around 700 each. And for lamps, I think that's kind of fun and modern and ties in the black with the nightstand. These lamps are under $300 each, which is calling my name. Okay. And then for rug and here, I wanted to show you guys Raven. So Raven is another hand-woven wool rug. You know me, I love matte looks. I love natural materials whenever I can. And so I wanted to show you guys 9x12 rugs under $1,500 that are natural. So this is Raven. Obviously, I have this kind of zoomed in, but just like a really subtle, nondescript pattern. And then you have a lot of flexibility with your bedding. So this art is under $500, beds around $2,000, lamps are under $300 each. These are $700 each. And then the rugs around $1,500, putting you with a brand new bedroom refresh, fully furnished. So that is look number 2. I'm going to drag that off. Okay, I have 2 more bedroom looks to show you. This one is so good if you have white oak in your house. So I'm gonna tell you, this stock photo is not my favorite. It does not do it justice. So the fabric is actually like this gorgeous Sherpa kind of sheepskin inspired material. And then I love the exposed wood for the bed. It's very beautiful. And then if you have like a paint color or wallpaper, you'll kind of like see that through the bed, which makes it really, really fun. For this one, we're just going to go really modern. So just a beautiful kind of sepia toned artwork, tree artwork. This is the Sivak collection from Jaipur, which I love. It is a very, very, very soft hand knotted rug. I did splurge in this mock-up. This one's around 2000 and a 9x12. But if you want something soft and you want like that Lulu in Georgia kind of look, this one is magical. Magical. Actually, this whole look was a little bit of a splurge, but I think with the discount, you're going to be in good shape. So this one is new. This is the Leo nightstand. And the other day I talked about how a lot of our trends come from architecture and new construction. And I feel like this is a beautiful new construction trend that I'm starting to see interpreted in furniture, which I'm very excited about. Because if you have just like a blank wall, or just a blank slate, like white walls, wood floors, this is something that's going to add a lot of architectural interest and just give you that look. I know that feels amazing. So, okay. I'm going to put this one right here. Thank you for your patience as I zigzag through this. Okay, and I mean, I'm just keeping it real neutral. So these lamps are actually very big, so measure for these. But they're a great value for the size and kind of like that matte textured white plaster look. And this is bedroom look number 3. Very modern, very clean. And then, one good way to break up modern is by adding like those hand applied moments, adding something artisan made. And so the rug is hand knotted, which I feel like gives the room a soul. And the texture of the lamps and the sheepskin inspired bed, I think is very zen. So that's why I wanted to do that look. Okay, and then this last one, we're going to go a little vintage modern if you're into that. Let me drag out the screen. Okay, this is such a classic, just like a classic burnt. I call it kind of a burnt brass because it's not like super goldy. It's like a bronzed brass, if that makes sense. So kind of toned down, like almost tarnished. I'm going to pair it with these medium tone woven front nightstands. I love the scale of these nightstands. They're actually wide. A lot of times when my clients will try to save on nightstands, they get these itty bitty things. And I've made that mistake too. Like 5 years ago, I did not double check the measurements for these nightstands and they were like teeny tiny. So I feel like the scale of this is a really great nightstand for the budget. And I think we're around 800-ish for these. So we're going to send these to the back. So I think you can definitely pair this brass and woven in a non-boho way. So like I said, this is a little more vintage modern in my book. This one is the Heritage Collection. It is one of our best sellers. It is a great budget rug. It comes in a million sizes. It comes giant. It also comes in really interesting shapes, like a 4x8. And so it's kind of fun to do a moodier rug on the ground. And then I wanted to do, these are my favorite lamps, but they're very, like I said, they're very vintage modern. They're actually very large and heavy. Don't be fooled. They're less than $300, but they are solid lamps. And that's kind of like an amethyst vintage modern look. So you can find all these pieces on our site. I'm going to make a collection and put them all in there, but I feel like it is always so nice to focus on yourself and do a bedroom you love.